Okay, buckle up, because Trump just lobbed a 50% tariff grenade straight at India's trade game. And yes, it's exactly as wild as it sounds. Overnight, one of America's loudest cheerleaders for India just turned into its most expensive critic. So, does this mean India cozying up to Russia even more? The Make in India dream taking a hit? Or a counterstrike that makes Washington choke on its coffee? In early August 2025, Donald Trump signed an executive order adding another 25% tariff on Indian exports, stacking up to a whopping 50% total. His target? India's stubborn love affair with Russian oil. According to India Times and the Financial Times, this isn't just a nudge. It's a full-blown shove to stop India from fueling Russia's war machine. And here's the kicker. These tariffs officially kick in on August 27, 2025. But there's a loophole. Anything already on the high seas gets a free pass. So, expect a lot of last-minute ships racing across the ocean like it's the Olympics of trade. But before we dive in, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment, "I subscribe." And I'll personally welcome you into the family. With that said, let's get started. Number 1. Why this move's a shocker. Here's the twist nobody saw coming. India wasn't just a US ally on paper. It was being groomed as the rising economic star and a heavyweight partner in Washington's Indo-Pacific strategy. They were trading smiles, signing defense deals, and talking big about a shared democratic vision. And then, bam, 50% tariffs, just like that. Trump's logic, according to Reuters and India Times, is all about pressure. The White House is effectively saying, you want to keep buying Russian oil while we're trying to choke Putin's war chest. Fine. But it's going to cost you. This is less handshake diplomacy and more wallet diplomacy. Hit them in the export pipeline until they rethink their energy imports. India, of course, didn't take that line down. New Delhi called the move selective and unfair, hinting at a double standard where other nations with similar energy ties aren't getting hammered nearly as hard. India Times. Translation: why are you picking on us when others are doing the same thing? And just like that, the once warm Modi-Trump bromance suddenly feels a lot chillier. Number 2. Bullet point breakdown. What could change for India? Point 1. Export Armageddon. Financial Times. India's Make in India campaign, meant to turn the country into a manufacturing powerhouse, is now staring down a 50% tariff wall in its biggest export market. We're talking about industries like apparel, jewelry, textiles, and seafood, all of which thrive on US consumers. With exports to the US worth around $87 billion, this tariff isn't just a speed bump. It's like parking a freight train on the runway. Point 2. Trade deficit explosion. Reuters. Julai's trade deficit already hit an 8-month high at $27.35 billion. And that's before the tariffs take full effect. Businesses are scrambling to push out as many shipments as possible before the August 27 deadline. Think of it as a Black Friday for exporters. Except the discounts are for Uncle Sam, not shoppers. Point 3. Oil shakeup. New York Post, Bloomberg. Energy security is India's Achilles heel here. With the US turning up the heat, India's now frantically scanning the globe for alternative suppliers, whether it's US shale, Brazilian crude, or Gulf oil. It's like replanning your wedding 2 weeks before the big day because the caterer just quit. Point 4. Strategic snub. Wikipedia, The Washington Post. Tariffs this steep aren't just about money. They are a diplomatic cold shoulder. US-India defense cooperation, Quad partnerships, and the whole Indo-Pacific strategy suddenly feel unstable. For Washington, this might just be tactical pressure. For New Delhi, it feels like a breach of trust. Point 5. Redirection to Russia and China. The Washington Post, The Times of India, Wikipedia. Analysts warn this could backfire spectacularly. Instead of forcing India away from Moscow, it could push them closer, and possibly into deeper economic exchanges with Beijing. Imagine trying to punish someone, only to watch them walk into your rival's arms. Point 6. Resilience check. The Times of India. Not everyone's panicking. Rating agency S&P says India's overall economic fundamentals are strong enough to ride out the storm, though the political fallout will be messy. Translation: the ship won't sink, but the crew might start fighting. Point 7. Defense pause rumor. Wikipedia. There's even been chatter, quickly denied, that India might pause US arms purchases in response. True or not, the rumor alone was enough to make defense lobbyists break out in a cold sweat. Number 3. Plot twist. Tech and trade deal talks. Just when it feels like the US-India trade relationship is on life support, here comes the twist worthy of a political soap opera. According to the Times of India and the Financial Express, behind the curtain there are whispers of a very big trade deal in the making. The rumor? A pact that could slash tariffs back down to under 20%. Basically undoing half the drama Trump just unleashed. If this deal mirrors recent pacts Trump has struck with other nations, it's not just about goods, it's about strategic alignment. India gets breathing room for its exporters. The US gets leverage to demand concessions on oil imports and maybe even defense procurement. It's the geopolitical version of, I'm grounding you, but I'll still drive you to the party. And here's where it gets even stranger. While the tariff drama rages, Hindustan Times reports that Trump's team is openly committing to continue high-level tech cooperation. We're talking semiconductors, critical minerals, and next-gen defense systems, areas where both nations need each other badly. So while the trade guys are throwing punches, the tech nerds are in the corner shaking hands and passing each other USB drives like nothing's wrong. Number 4. Humor injects and 1-2 punchline. Look, sometimes geopolitics feels like a bad sitcom. India says, I'm buying Russian oil to fuel my economy. Trump replies, not on my watch, syntax error. 50% tariff detected. Cue laugh track. And if you really want to visualize it, picture Modi juggling oil barrels, export boxes, and trade deal paperwork while trying to dodge incoming tariff bombs. Because that's basically India's economic reality right now. One slip, and the whole act could come crashing down. But for now, the show goes on. At the end of the day, this isn't just about tariffs or oil. It's about a high-stakes power game that could reshape how two of the world's biggest democracies deal with each other for years to come. The next few months will tell us if this was just a loud negotiation tactic or the start of a deeper economic rift. Either way, the ripple effects will touch trade, tech, defense, and even the global balance of power. With that said, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. And until next time.